So the Korean IT industry is booming, and there's actually a lot of innovation in your country. So it's very exciting that you will join the next generation of leaders and innovators in Korea. For our company, actually, the country has been doing really well. In our team, the one that Sang-sung and Jin-hee are a part of, you're actually among the top performers in the entire region. So it's very exciting to see how much innovation and how much and how much actually consumption and design and development there is in your country. Okay, that's a very good question. Thank you so much. So when we look for employees at Microsoft, we look for probably 3 or 4 really important things. The first one is that we look for people that are passionate about what they do. That when they want to join Microsoft, they are committed and they care about innovation and developing new things. So more important than anything is for people to be passionate about what they do and to be aligned with our mission. So passion is something very important. Then we look for people that are very good at solving problems. So what's very important at Microsoft and in many companies in the technology industry is to be able to solve different problems that come to us. So the work of a lot of the engineers and people that work at Microsoft is actually trying to find solutions using our technology to solve those problems. And then the third piece that is very important for somebody that wants to join Microsoft is actually to be able to work well in teams and to work with teams that are multicultural. So that have people that are from very different backgrounds and from very different countries and cultures. So being very passionate about what you do, being able to solve problems, and being able to do that while working in teams that are very diverse. So all of the questions are very related. So there's not a single person that developed Windows. The beauty of something like this, that is actually what we call an operating system, is that it's a really large group of people across different sides of the company that develop different aspects of it. So you have within Windows, that is a huge operating system, several applications. So for example, if you want to open Word, Microsoft Word, it's an application in Office. So you have a person or a group of people from the Office team that develop that application. Whereas Windows also includes things like Paint, that allows you to paint, the application that allows you to paint. And that was developed by another team. So the beauty of doing this work is that it's actually all done by several teams across the company, and they all work together to make the product as good as possible. And ultimately, the most important thing is that the product that they develop is actually something that satisfies the customer, whoever is going to use it in the end, so the end user. So there's not just a single person developing it, and the most important thing for that team is to actually think about what the user is going to do when they get the application. How do they develop it? They use something called coding. Coding is a language. Just like you speak Korean and I speak Spanish, and other people speak English, and we all speak different languages, computers speak a language called code. And it's not English or Spanish or any other language, it's just a specific type of language that computers understand. So when you talk to computers, rather than talking in English or Korean or Spanish, you talk in what we call code. And learning how to talk to computers is very important because it allows you not just to use a computer, but also to create new things, like Windows or other products that you find in your computer. So they're all very related, actually, these questions. The one word that describes Microsoft is empowerment. And it's a difficult concept to explain, but basically what Microsoft aims to do, the mission of the company, is to enable people to achieve more. So Microsoft's philanthropies, the team I work in, makes sure that we enable everyone to achieve more, even those that are historically underserved or that the market does not reach. This is a difficult concept to explain to an 11-year-old. But basically Microsoft's mission is to give tools to people so that they can do what they do even better and more of it. And Microsoft Philanthropies, the team I lead, makes sure that every single person, even those that are poor and don't really have access to some of these tools, to get those tools and do more with them. So what does that mean? We have a few programs that we drive as part of Microsoft Philanthropies. The first one is that we teach computer science and IT skills to underserved people across the world. We basically teach them how to code. We also teach how to code and how to use technology for people that have special needs. So people that require, in addition to using a computer, assistive technology. So technologies that will help them. So for example, blind people, we help them access technology by providing them things like, a screen reader or a narrator or things that will help them use technology. We also work when there are natural disasters, like an earthquake or a typhoon or things like that. We go and help the victims on the ground. Thankfully, Korea doesn't have those natural disasters, but we do that work, unfortunately, in other parts of the region. And then finally, we work with non-profit organizations. So it's organizations that are part of the community, and we give them our software and our technology so that they themselves can do more. So coding is important for three main reasons. As I said before, coding is the language that we use to communicate with computers so that you're able to make technology, not just consume it. So why is it important? First of all, it's important because it will allow you to get a really, really good job when you grow up. It's the kind of skill that companies like Microsoft and others will be asking for people to have in the future. And it will be important not just to work in technology, but also for any other type of profession. So if you want to be a doctor, for example, in the future, it is very likely that you will have to code to, do a surgery on somebody or an x-ray or whatever it is. So coding is important for professions today, not just in the IT skills, in the IT industry, but also in many other types of industry. The second reason why coding is important is because it allows you to learn how to problem solve and to collaborate. It's a very good way to learn how to break down a problem in different pieces and find a solution for that problem. So whatever your problem might be, if it is, depending on what it is, an issue that you want to solve or whatever it is, using software, you can arrive at a solution that can help you solve that problem. outside of technology as well. Then thirdly, because problem solving can actually, coding can actually be very creative and can allow you to do whatever you like to do. So you can develop your own game, you can develop your own applications. Learning how to code can allow you to do all sorts of really creative and fun things and to collaborate with your friends. Some people think that coding is kind of an isolated activity that you do in the dark, but the reality is actually the opposite, that coding is very interactive and collaborative and a very creative skill. And it will allow you to get a very good job in the future, not just in IT, but in any other industry. Thank you so much.